Now, first off, guys, I owe you guys an apology, right? You probably thought that today you log in and this is just going to be another AI tips and tricks, right? Drop a one in the chat if you came really hoping to get a few tools that you could just kind of plug into your business. One. All right, good. Good. Well, this is the learning tube, so of course you definitely will get something you can use immediately. But my real goal today is a little bit different, right? I don't want to just teach you something. I want to completely rewire the way you think about things, especially when it comes to AI. Now, I know you might not have been ready for this. I know you just click join, and I don't know exactly who I'm talking to. Maybe it's Christy, Nasha, Lisa, right? But I want you to walk away today knowing that deep down, AI is about to impact your life at the highest possible level. Not just for work, not just for business, but personally as well. The same way that the internet reshaped the world back in the late 1900s, the 1990s, right? We're living through the biggest technological shift in the past 30 years, and the change is about to be monumental because AI is going to change the world again. Things that used to take like 30 to 40 people in order to do and cost millions and millions of dollars, takes months to do, can now be done today and done even better for just $99 with a quick subscription. That's the truth. And before we go any farther, do me a favor, type me in the chat if you own a business, work for a company, or are building a personal brand right now. A lot of me's in there. All right, cool. So here's why all this matters. AI is going to let the most influential people in the world and the people with the largest enterprises, the strongest personal brands, with near unlimited resources scale faster, dominate the market even more. But it's also going to allow the small businesses, small business owners, the entrepreneurs, and even complete unknowns to finally catch up if they know what they're doing with AI. And by the time we're done, like today, you will. So before this hour is over, you'll see that AI is not just a tool, but as a full-time employee that like never sleeps, that never complains, that never really costs too much. It costs less than your lunch today. So here's my ask. So we want to go ahead and close out all the other tabs, silence your notifications, really pay full attention and utilize the chat, ask some questions, because if you do, the way you run your business is going to really change your life. The way you think about your time, it may never be the same again. All right. So, my name is Kevin, aka Kev, the AI guy, and I help entrepreneurs, small businesses, and even large enterprises scale faster, buy back their time by building custom AI agents that run their operations and then pair those agents with highly trained AI first virtual assistants or super VAs, as I like to say. They will keep them optimized, running, and producing results every single day. So think of it like this. AI agents are the brain. They work at a speed and scale that no human can match. And the virtual assistants are kind of like the operators, the directors, right? They make sure that those brains stay sharp, accurate, and aligned with your goals. When you combine the two, you get a 24/7 team that never complains, never takes a break, and costs less than one full-time hire. By the end of the session today, you will not only understand that, but you'll know exactly how to make it work for you. So let's get into it. Next slide. So, first thing first, what we're going to learn today, we're going to break down exactly what an AI agent is. And I'm not going to like tell you like the technical techie definition of it. I want to show you exactly what they do, the automations they run, and why they're not just cool tools anymore. They're really mandatory if you want to grow and move up in business or even just survive in the business world today. Then what I'm going to do is actually pull back the curtain on some of the AI agents that I've personally built. We're going to go through them live so you see firsthand how powerful and ridiculously efficient they are when you put them to work. Uh, and this is the part that a lot of people miss. I'm going to show you how combining these AI agents with AI first trained virtual assistants unlocks the full potential of your growth, your business, your personal brand, and your life. Because when you got the right system and the right people working together, you scale faster, you buy back your time, and you reclaim your freedom. So, Throughout this session, I'm going to be also dropping in some short clips of names you'll probably all recognize, sharing why AI has already changed the game for business and where it's headed next. Then stick it to the end because I'm going to show you exactly how you can start taking advantage of all this immediately. You can get so you'll be able to get like a head start in the competition today. We only have an hour, so I'm going to move with purpose, but I want to make sure you're getting every value of drop. So here's what we're going to do is to make sure that I know you're really getting value. I want to hear your aha moment. So anytime that something blows your mind or shifts the way you think of using AI, I want you to drop in the chat the mind blow emoji or a shock face emoji, right? So that's how I know we're hitting the mark and we're delivering on those moments. So let's practice right now. Go ahead and drop in the chat if you're ready to have your perspective completely flipped. Drop those mind blow emojis or shock face emojis. All right. See you, Janae. See you, Nasha. There we go. I like that face then. All right, perfect, perfect. So, understanding AI agents. What is it and why should you care? Basically, an AI agent is a software with a couple of different powers, right? They are able to decide what to do. They can remember conversations and remember different things that you ask for it and then get better at each one of those things. And it knows how to execute even without you telling it to do. Very powerful. It's like, Amazon Alexa, right? If you tell it to get you some paper towel, the next day you can have paper towels show up at your door. That's an AI agent, but it really only works in Amazon's ecosystem. Apple is trying to do something similar, but they're kind of slow on it. It's not coming out as fast with Apple Intelligence, right? And then even ChatGPT actually a couple of weeks ago, they announced and released the AI agents that allow you to tell it to do something and it can actually go to web pages, it can fill out information, research, all without you having to do anything. But you don't have much control over that, right? It's all GPT. It does what it thinks is best, but not what's best for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how we customize these things. The three parts of agent. So first you got the brain. The brain and the memory, that's what kind of gets it thinking, and that's how it really utilizes and knows how to utilize its resources. Then you got the tools, right? Those are like the Google Sheets, the Slack. It allows the agent to execute these things. And then you got the system prompts. That's what you put in to tell it what its role is, what its purpose is. So it utilizes its brain, like ChatGPT, Gemini, Gronk, and Twitter. That's what utilizes its information and is able to process what you tell it to do. And then again, utilizes the tools to actually go ahead and make it. So, how to build it? First, you got to define the rules. You tell it what its purpose is by doing the prompt. You measure how it measures its own success, how the important details run, and then it decides what tools to make. And then you wire those tools to the body itself. So you connect the tools, Slack, Google Sheets, and then it decides which one do I use in order to make it right. Now, that's actually the easy part. The hard part is actually tuning it. You go through many iterations of making sure that the system works the way you think, because it is its own brain, right? So you're just trying to figure out how it works and then hoping it works that way. So no matter how good you are at prompting, how many different tools you use, you don't really know what the AI is going to do until you actually practice it, until you can figure out how to set up the guardrails for it to do exactly what you want. So let's take a deep dive into it, and I'm going to show you a little bit about it. So this is N8N. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but this is kind of like the background of how the AI systems can work. There's different tools that you can use. You can use Zapier is one, popular one, make.com. N8N is the most customizable. That's why I like it. So when it comes to N8N, then these tools are actually very, very useful. And let me just refresh the page real quick here. With the tools, it allows you to do the things in the background and make the AI agents work. So like we said, the first thing is the brain, right? It uses the AI chat model. Right here I have OpenAI, aka ChatGPT. And it uses this plus the simple memory so it can remember things. And then it has its tools, like we talked about, the second part, right? So this is for that makes it able to send a message into Gmail. And then we have the actual AI agent itself. Now, you probably don't understand what you're looking at. It's totally okay. It takes a while, but basically what's happening is it gets an input. So whatever you send it in, it goes here. This is where the magic happens. This is whatever you tell it to do. Like we have the system prompt. That is the third part of it. It tells you what it needs to do. So we're telling it, hey, you're a helpful assistant. And then the output looks like this over here. So we're going to let it run and I'll show you exactly what it does. So let me go ahead and show you an example, right? So let's say that I have this AI agent and I want it to, I'm gonna tell it that this is my email. My email is kevin@kevinsmith.ai. Let it run. You're gonna see it start working. It used its AI to start thinking. It used the memory to save the information. And it came back saying, all right, that is the information. And it gave me a chart that has an output of, hey, Kevin's email is this. Cool. Now, what I can go ahead and do is tell it, hey, send an email to Kevin to remind him about the meeting today at 4. Don't need to go ahead and put the actual email back in there because it already remembers it is. So it's using all three tools now. I see it used AI to for the brain. It uses memory to get that information I just told it a second ago. And then it sent an actual message about, what I asked it to do. Send them that the meeting is today at 4. So if we go into, let me just pull this up here. Give me 1 second. I'm just getting it over. Here we go. My email. You see, this just popped up. Brand new meeting today. Came through at 12 at 2:11 here, saying there's a meeting today. Easy. I see the mind emojis going. I see the minds being blown, right? So this is the simple type of AI agent, right? This is the very basic. I even named it my first one because the first one I played with, and I saw, okay, so this has some power. This has some use for sure. So I'm excited. Now, what we're going to do is go into a little bit deeper of some more, uh, I would say, difficult AI agents, right? So first one here we're going to talk about is the personal assistant agent, right? I like this one a lot because it can be used in order to really help reclaim your time. So I've read the book Dan Martell's Buy Back Your Time. If you read that book before, go ahead and drop a me in the chat. But I like that book a lot. And one of the biggest things that I took from it was that you need to learn to reclaim your life by going ahead and basically replacing yourself. You hire to replace yourself so that you can stand out of the business and everything's not on you, but you build your team. That's how you hire. So I read that book and I thought it was amazing. But I realized that a lot of those ladder rungs can be done utilizing AI. So that's what I'm going to go through today. The first run is the personal assistant. Personal assistant, again, you could do meetings for scheduling, send emails like I just did, task management. That's going to help you eliminate those low barrier to entry tasks, those low value tasks, so you can focus your time and energy on the higher value tasks. That really helps to reduce scheduling errors because it's a systematic thing that can do over and over again. And it can go ahead and help to keep your brand all together. So I'm going to show you the one that I have and I've built. Oh, now, actually, before I even show you guys, is anyone here a big Marvel fan by any chance? I am definitely, yes, right. So when I was making this, I kind of was in the middle of watching Iron Man, and I was realized probably the best assistant there is Jarvis from Iron Man, right? Probably one of the greatest characters out there. And I realized I don't want to just make a regular assistant. I want to make a powerful Jarvis assistant. So that's exactly what I did. So say hi to Jarvis. He is a virtual assistant that can do pretty much anything I asked of it to do with all the tools. So take a look at this. I know definitely looks a little bit different than the other one, right? A little bit bigger, a lot more tools connected to it. So we have web agent, email, contact. So he can do all of these things as he has his mind of his own. So I'm actually going to go ahead and play him and we can see him actually work. I like showing it like this because you can see the thought process that the AI agent goes through. So I'm gonna utilize N8N, not N8N, 11 Labs. So this 11 Labs, I want to show you the background of it. Let me just refresh here. 11 Labs. Have you guys heard of 11 Labs? Type like me in the chat if you've heard 11 Labs. Opticals vibes. Okay, cool. 11 Labs is really cool because it's probably the best at natural voice language. And you could kind of make any type of voice and it sounds super realistic. So I connected that to N8N in order to make Jarvis. little, I'm not going to go through it because this is a whole video by itself, but take a look at the system prompt real quick. This is what I had to write in to make sure that Jarvis acts the way it does. And we'll see in a second exactly what that does, show how to connect different things to it, right? So it is pretty complicated. That's why we're not going to spend time on that. But let me show you what Jarvis can do.
Oh, great. What do you want?
Hey, Jarvis, do me a favor. Go ahead into my contacts and get me Kevin Smith's email.
Right away, sir. Just a moment while I access your contacts. It appears there was an unexpected hiccup in retrieving Kevin Smith's email. Naturally, it isn't my fault, sir, but I shall
1
investigate
second.
regardless.
Forgot to hit execute. Let's try it again.
Oh, great. What do you want?
Bots bots, yeah. Hey Jarvis, can you go ahead and go into my email, my contact list, and find Kevin Smith?
Ah, the relentless pursuit of information. Searching your email contact list for Kevin Smith now, sir. Let's see if he's as elusive as your motivation on a Monday morning. Found him, sir. Kevin Smith. Email Kevin. kevinsmith.ai, phone number 8644343274. Do you wish to email, call, or perhaps schedule a meeting he'll inevitably be late for?
Very funny. What I actually want you to do is email him, but I want you to do me a favor. Take a look on the web and try to find all the information about AI. So find the biggest headliners that have happened within the last week and send it to him as an email.
Ah, a research project and an email. A truly ambitious undertaking, sir. I shall endeavor to compile the most significant AI headlines from the past week and dispatch them to Mr. Smith. One can only hope he appreciates your sudden foray into journalistic endeavors. It appears there was a slight miscommunication with the external systems, sir. The
Do me
data
a favor.
transmission seems to
I
have...
forgot. Hey Jarvis, I forgot to hit execute. Can you do that again for me? Try it again.
Right away, sir. Reinitiating the sequence. One can only hope the digital gremlins are more cooperative this time around.
And then you see he is looking up the web information. He used Perplexity in order to find the information. Now he's thinking about what to do next. He's going to the email. He already searched the memory. He already had the email from before. So now he's going to email and send it to me. And there we go. So he sent it. Jarvis, you still there?
Indeed, sir. Always. Unlike some, my attention span is not easily distracted by the mere act of information retrieval. What is your next command?
You know what? I'm done talking to you. Thank you. All right. And then let's see what Jarvis said, even though he's a smart aleck, right? Let's see. There we go. I just got an email this 1 minute ago. Biggest AI headlines of the week. So he went ahead and told me about AI. See, ChatGPT 5 just came out, huge thing there, and it just sent me the information. So that's fun. That's always my favorite one. He got a little bit of attitude. My dad hates him, but he's kind of funny. I never know what he's gonna say. That's the funny part, right? The AI itself is the one that's coming up with all the things to say. So that is the first one here. If that was a mind blown, go ahead, put that in the chat if you guys like that. Next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to play one of these clips, right? So this next clip is of I think he still is the richest black man in America. You probably know him as Robert Smith. I affectionately call him Uncle Robbie. He affectionately calls me Never. He's not really my uncle. I wish. That'd be awesome, right? So, but I would not be here if that was the case. But anyway, we're gonna see what Uncle Robert has to say about AI.
Well, now we have a new technology, don't we?
Yeah.
This new general purpose technology we're calling, artificial intelligence or generative artificial intelligence. So guess what we're doing now? We are building a factory,
Awesome.
to go from SaaS, we're hosted, to agentic.
Wow.
And so we have 89 of our companies pivoting in that direction, all of them. Okay, certain will become agentic, some will what I call Gen AI enabled, but that has been the last 2 years of pivot, understanding that this new technology changes everything again.
Yes,
but you've got to have an institution that can evolve.
And how important is the adoption of AI for small businesses as well as big, large-sized businesses, right?
Yeah, it's critical. So the way to think about, artificial intelligence, there's kind of what we'll call traditional AI. So for instance, when, a few years ago, we would go and say, oh, I want to take a trip and I want to go to Paris and I want to go on a restaurant tour and go to museums. And you could go online and what you would have is an artificial intelligence agent would actually identify places where you could go. Great. Okay.
Now it'll do it for you.
Now, not only will it do it for you, it will book it and it will make changes and adjust for you. So that's kind of the modern AI. That's agentic. These agents now can do something. They do stuff.
Actually, they replace employees. And I was talking to Mark Minioff about this. He called me in the middle of the night about a year ago and said, this is it. This is the piece. I can't believe what this will do. I can take companies and they can have 500 new employees and doing things really effectively with this technology.
Right.
So how are you using that in your companies right now?
So if you think about it, again, we have, now this is an interesting mass. So this is what we're working against. We have 750 million users of our software globally.
Wow.
Okay, so if you think about 89 software companies operate in 180 countries, we're in 70 different industries, 750 million users of our software. Initially, each of those users will have 2 to 5 agents. Ultimately, they'll have 10 to 12 agents per user. So think about it. We're going from having 750 million users of our software to 8 to 10 billion agents.
Wow.
Okay. Now these agents work 24/7, 365. If you tune them properly,
and they stay fully engaged.
Fully engaged all the time. They don't have to, go and, pick up kids from school and all that sort of stuff. On a revenue side, you think of, we have some solutions today where we have an orchestration agent with 9 separate agents that do the work of a customer service person or a salesperson with 24/7, 365 efficacy. So if you have a customer service person who's trying to understand some changes in their customer base, i.e. somebody changed jobs and it was posted on LinkedIn that job got changed. Well, your customer service agent may have 300-400 clients that he's covering, has no idea. Our agents know immediately. Okay, and create an activity. So another set of agents now start kicking in and doing work in and around what it takes to support not only that client, but the impact and implications of whoever is moving into that role and what the impact is on the companies that it serves. Okay, this works today. This works today. That's what we've been doing the last couple of years, Alice, is building this factory. And so I'm really excited about it. If you can't tell.
Pretty crazy, right? So this man worth billions of dollars is all in on AI, and he probably doesn't have to do anything for the rest of his life, but he sees the power of AI and he's super excited about it, obviously, right? So let's talk about that second one, the customer service agent, kind of what he alluded to, right? You have this AI agent that can act as a customer service. So customers call in and maybe have questions about your business. As long as you upload your SOPs, you upload your knowledge base to that AI, it automatically knows everything about your business. So if someone has a question, you don't have to worry about having to train somebody on where to find the information or knowing the information. AI instantly gets it and will tell it. They can collect information, just like how I'll show in a second. They collect info from the person and organize it and put it in databases. It can go ahead and submit tickets for complicated issues. It could reroute to actual humans in case someone really wants a human. It will go ahead and reroute them to maybe your virtual assistant, right? That's why, again, not you, but your virtual assistant can go ahead and manage these AI systems in order for you to just be able to think more high level and utilize your information and utilize your brain power for those higher value tasks. You automatically, with an AI agent, don't have to worry about close times and opening times of people calling in. You're open 24/7 in order to make sure that your customers are satisfied. So we're going to go ahead and go into the next one here. I have my inbound call agent. And let me just a little bit smaller than Jarvis, luckily, right? But it's still super powerful. This one has particularly takes a look to see if this, particular days are available, and if they are, they'll go ahead and book it. If not, it'll tell you, hey, I can't book it. What about this other day? And if you say yes, they'll go ahead and book it. So let's see how that works. I'm going to give them a call.
Hi, thank you for calling KevinSmith.ai. How can I be of assistance?
Hi, I'm looking to book a call.
Absolutely. May I please have your name?
Kevin.
Got it, Kevin. And what's the reason for your call today?
I'm trying to see how an AI agent can help me in my business.
Sure thing, Kevin. To book your consultation, could I please get your phone number and email address?
Yep, it's 864-434-3274. And my email is kevin@kevinsmith.ai.
Thanks, Kevin. And do you have a specific date in mind for your consultation, or would you prefer to book the next available time?
Let's do tomorrow, so August 15th at 10 a.m. Still there? Oh, my network just went down. Apologies, guys. 1 second here. Oh, actually, my phone is what froze.
Thanks for letting me know, Kevin. No worries at all. So, you were looking to book for tomorrow, August 15th at 10 a.m. Please wait a moment while I check the availability for you.
So it's trying to check it. All right. All good, guys. But you see how it would work, right? I have another one coming in that I will show a little bit later about how it can do it. Just gotta reset my phone here. But in order for time's sake, it can go ahead and check it. Like I said, it can go ahead and book it just like an email. So pretty cool there. And again, I have an inbound one that will be able to do the same thing. I'll show a little bit here. But first off, yeah, sometimes they don't want to work right? I think some of you guys may know this person is the queen of AI, right? Let's see how she utilizes AI.
Everybody wants to know how to leverage AI. Every corporation is like, this can save me money, improve productivity.
Why wouldn't you do it?
Why wouldn't you do it? And so, AI, we're in an AI revolution right now. Every industry, every career, children in school, everything is impacted by AI, and it's only going this way. So you have to jump on the rocket ship, pay attention to it, and really, I always tell people, like, ride AI all the way to the bank. It's also leveled the playing field. A free ChatGPT account, and you can write compelling copy just as you would hire a marketing company. Here's the thing. A lot of, especially small businesses, entrepreneur, even medium businesses, large businesses, sometimes they can't hire all of the staff that they need, right? So if you look at our org chart for one of our departments, we might have 3 people, but I wish I had 7 more. I wish I had an email copywriter on our team, because my wonderful sister Lorette has been writing our email until AI, but we trained an AI agent to be our email copywriter. So now when she needs email written, she goes to the agent, and the agent writes the whole email series for her in 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes, 120 seconds, and a 7-part email series for a challenge is done, right? What would have taken her 2 days to do, me looking at it, going through iterations, giving it to Grammarly to proofread. Now it's just, so if you think about, oh, I wish I had an email copywriter on my team. I wish I had a graphic designer on my team. I wish I had a PowerPoint creator on my team. You can create a whole team of AI agents that are getting all this done for you. You're still in the loop as the human, but now this is how we scale.
How are they communicating, the agents, amongst each other?
Yeah, so you can actually call an agent into a conversation with another agent. So as an example, I was demoing this yesterday, but as an example, you could we're using press releases a lot as the example. So let's say we wrote a blog post. I wrote a blog post about being here on the show. So I say but ChatGPT wrote the blog post about me being here on the show. And then I'm like, okay, the blog post is done, and I need to now call an agent into this conversation so that the agent can now write the press release. So we give our AI agents job descriptions, names, photos, so that our team can connect with them better. So one of our press release writers is Pamela. So I would call Pam into the conversation, and after the blog post is done, I was like, Pam, now write a press release. The next thing that comes out is a press release.
Pretty cool, right? So she has her whole entire marketing team. I think it's made of like 11 people. Eight of them, people, I should say, right? 11 of them are AI agents. So that shows the power. And you see how much content she throws out every single day. And with a team of three, that's how she does it. So the marketing agent is one of my most fun ones to do because that's when you can kind of get creative and do a kind of a lot of cool content. Like you said, it can automate content ideas. It can go ahead and do it in drafts. It can produce it. And what's really cool too, it can also publish them. So it can go from you have an idea, you tell the AI agent what to do, it then does it, and then it'll publish it to all of the social media sites without you having to do anything else. It can manage an email campaign. So you can tell it, hey, I need a 7 day script in order to onboard my brand new client, and it will automatically do that and automatically send it out for you. So that's a lot of work that you don't have to do anymore, but it's all in your brand because it stays consistent about how you go ahead and you prompt it, right? So it's going to increase the amount of content and reduce costs because you don't need to have too many people now. And I'll show you actually a couple of examples in a second here. But then you use your virtual assistant as kind of like the chief and editor. So they can decide, hey, this is what is popular in the social media right now. This is the kind of content we need to make. Let's go ahead and prompt the AI in order to do it, and they control that and they keep it all on brand. So really, really cool. And I'm gonna show you exactly what couple things I've done recently that I think is really awesome as well. Go ahead and let me. Oh, this thing is being blocked. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right, grabbed it. Whew. All right, so something I've done recently, right? I have my instant video brand agent here. All I had to do was take a picture, right? I literally took a picture of my cologne in my hand, took a picture of it, and I was like, all right, do me a favor, make a marketing video of this cap coming off, spraying mist while voice is saying something captivating. I didn't even give it too much detail. I wanted to see what it can do. This turns around and first of all makes this awesome picture, right? This looks like a super quality professional grade picture off of what I just sent. And it was able to make this from that. That already is super impressive. And I'd have to pay a single dime. Well, I had to pay to make it. It costs about 12 cents to make the picture. Then better.
Unleash the wild within. Sauvage by Dior. Unleash the wild within. Sauvage by Dior.
Yeah. How much do you think I get Dior to pay me for that ad, right? 8 second ad. Literally, it was made in 15 minutes. And yeah, the picture did this chat GPT with the image from OpenAI. That did the image, and then the video was VO3. And I didn't actually have to go ahead and really do anything besides say, make a video of this and send it in. And it did everything for it. Pretty amazing. That's all AI generated hand, AI generated mist, all from a picture that looks like this. So then I did something else like, you know what? Here's a water bottle. Make this into an ad. I didn't even give it any instructions. It went ahead, gave a prompt. These are the prompts of what it's going to do. And I just said, yep, that looks good. I like it. Made this water, again, high quality water bottle. And then just a easy sound and all. And then last one here, I took a picture of my mic. I was just like, let's see if I have to really tell it to do anything. All I said was make an ad, gave it no direction. Just here's my mic, make an ad. And this one I might actually see if Yeti can pay me for, right? So this is the prompt it made. This is the picture it came out with. Looks absolutely perfect. Again, it looks like it went into the studio, it took a picture of it. And then this is the ad. Completely on brands, looks wonderful, sounds amazing. The graphics is pretty much perfect. And all I literally said was send the picture in saying to make an ad. So this is the power. And it literally took about 15 minutes after I sent that for it to come through. It went through the ChatGPT image to make this, and then it went through VO3. It took about 8 minutes and made that easy. I have one more kind of marketing thing I use. My friend made this poster of me. I told it to, hey, make an animated logo. And this is my animated logo agent. Literally, it could take any type of logo and it makes it animated, which used to cost a lot of money. You go on Fiverr, ask people to do this. They need to first of all know how to utilize all these different tools. I don't know how to use any of them, but I was still able to tell it to take this picture and make an ad, make it animated. Literally takes about 5 minutes, can animate any type of logo I give it in 5 minutes without me having to do anything. Again, the power of AI is incredible. Yep, VO3. VO3 is powerful. And then N8N has access to it. You just gotta know how to hook it up and it can do it automatically. All right, so that is the marketing agent. Oh, I actually have a bonus one. So there's another one of a voice agent here that I have. Let's see. This one is just a kind of a fun one that I made. Where'd it go? There it is. This one basically, well, I'll just show you how it works. Let's go ahead and play it. I'm gonna use 11 Labs again. New voice. Let me go ahead and just reload it. And we'll see what this travel agent does. Just a little bonus agent I like to have fun with the other day that I want to show off.
Hey there, I'm Matilda, your travel agent. How can I help you today?
Hey Matilda, I'm looking to book a trip.
That sounds exciting. To help me plan your trip, where are you hoping to travel to?
Let's say Hawaii. Let's go to Hawaii.
Hawaii sounds wonderful. And where will you be traveling from?
New York.
Great, so you're traveling from New York to Hawaii. When are you planning to depart for Hawaii?
I plan on going probably next week. So let's say August 20th, and we'll go for 2 weeks.
So you're looking to depart on August 20th and return 2 weeks later, which would be September 3rd. Does that sound right?
Perfect.
Also, how many people will be traveling?
Yep, that's perfect. Me and my wife.
Perfect. Just to confirm, that's 2 travelers. What kind of activities are you hoping to do in Hawaii?
It is. Let's see. I want to go whale watching. I think that sounds cool. And oh, go see the volcano and climb the volcano.
Those sound like fantastic activities for Hawaii. To finalize your travel plan and send it to you, what is your email address?
It is kevin@kevinsmith.ai.
Please give me a few moments to look into this and create your personalized travel plan.
Perfect, no problem. And I'll stop her as that runs. What's happening here? She took all that information she asked, put it in to find the airport codes, is taking the destination and looking of things to do in that area based on what my recommendations that were. Is looking at the resorts and see what's available for that time and day. It's looking for flights to see what would be the best flight to go on. It's taking all of that, putting in an email agent I made that kind of a form formats everything to make it look really nice and easy to read, and then it sends it out. And then if we go to an email, should be there. Let's got a new email. Let's see what it sent me. Your amazing Hawaii adventure awaits. Aloha, your dream Hawaii vacation's almost here. These are the flights of my dates I said and see what it would be. These are 3 recommendations of resorts it sent. Awesome. And then activities, whale watching, volcano, um, perfect. So now I have an entire system that I can utilize her to go ahead and book all my stuff for me. So I don't have to do any research. It does it for me. Pretty amazing. So let's go back in and let's listen to another clip of one of the originators who first started talking about AI way back then.
Do you think that outcome, that there's going to be huge job displacement, is more probable than not?
Yes, I do.
And what sort of
That one I think is definitely more probable than not. If I worked in a call center, I'd be terrified.
And what's the time frame for that in terms of mass job
I think it's
displacement?
beginning to happen already. I read an article in the Atlantic recently that said it's already getting hard for university graduates to get jobs. And part of that may be that people are already using AI for the jobs they would have God.
I spoke to the CEO of a major company that everyone will know of, lots of people use, and he said to me in DMs that they used to have just over 7,000 employees. He said by last year they were down to, I think, 5,000. He said right now they have 3,600. And he said by the end of summer, because of AI agents, they'll be down to 3,000. So
it's happening already.
Yes. He's halved his workforce because AI agents can now handle 80% of the customer service inquiries and other things. So it's happening already.
Yeah.
So urgent action is needed.
Yep.
There you go. Urgent action. All these videos have been within the last 2 months, right? So this is what's currently happening right now. Where they're seeing the power of AI, and you either can be afraid of it or you can use it to your advantage in order to move up. One of the ones that he talked about was the sales agent, and I'll show you exactly how that works. And I'm going to actually go ahead and fill out a lead form real quick first. This is a lead form. Let's imagine, like, say, I used to be in the event space industry, right? And people will submit forms saying, hey, I need this date, but they'll do it to multiple different venues, right? The venue that responds the fastest would typically be the one that books it. So, how can you make sure that at 24/7 you're always going to get somebody to answer that call? You utilize AI agent. A customer goes ahead and puts in a form, submits the date and everything of what they want. This goes ahead and it sends it into the backend. In about 1 minute, you should see a call coming through. And then it's going to go ahead and answer it. And this is what it kind of looks like here. It's going to first, as it calls, it's going to go ahead and search the records of the whatever CRM you use to get the customer's name and the information so it doesn't have to ask all that again. It's just going to go ahead and qualify the leads to make sure that they're not wasting your time, or see if the date's available, to see if they are even qualified for your service before it will go ahead and book or to ask you to book to speak with the next level. So it really does work pretty amazingly. Getting a phone call. Let's go ahead and listen in and listen to the name it says too.
Kevin, this is Sarah from
Hi, Kevin.
AI. I'm reaching out to follow up on your interest in our AI agent service.
Hi, how you doing?
Great, thank you. To make sure we fully understand your vision, I just have 3 quick questions. First, could you tell me a little more about the core problem you're hoping to solve with this AI agent? What does a successful outcome look like for your business?
Yeah, I'm looking to see how I can utilize AI agents to solidify my leads. Hello, still there? On my service. Yeah, fortunately, low on service right now, but you guys see how it works, right? It's similar to how the previous agent worked. I wish I just did it in 11 Labs so I didn't have to call, but I wanted to show you how you can actually call in. You can actually just do the same thing from the conversation, or even a button where you can click it on the website and it'll use 11th Labs to go ahead and call it in, right? So what platform is this? This is N8N. This is like the back end things, and you can utilize things like 11 Labs as the front end to use to call into it, and then it talks to each other, and that's how it works, right? So by solidifying leads, that means basically you're trying to qualify them. So sometimes you get a lead that comes in and it doesn't actually work for your business. Maybe they're not really in the right place to do it, or the day doesn't work out. So this will first, you'll talk to the AI to make sure you're somebody who is at the right point to get your business, or just make sure the data is available that you're looking for if you're in the industry. That will go ahead and show what it is to solidify or qualify a lead. And that's what AI is great for, right? You don't have to waste time or waste energy with people that are not qualified for your business. You just go for the people that are qualified, that are ready to go ahead and take it. And that's where you would step in, but leave all the rest to AI. That's the best part there. So we're running up on time, so I'm going to finish off here quickly with one last video.
So the reason why I wanted to title this Still Becoming a Millionaire This Year, because you've been on this AI tip right now and you're leading the charge. Thank you for that, for guys like me. And would you say it's fast, you can become a millionaire faster than ever because of AI?
Ever. I will. So I was talking, so Martell Ventures is an AI venture studio. Okay. we're on path to create $1 billion worth of enterprise value in 33 months from inception. It's wild. So we had a plan to do it in 5 years. We're on path to do it in about 3. Okay, we're 6 months old. That number people can't comprehend that number. But I've been doing software for 28 years. I've exited 3 companies. So like, I just sat down and drew it out. And the big thing is these small teams that generate big revenues. So minimum focus, everybody, when we incubate a new idea, is 2-person teams, 10 million in revenue. And that first million is happening in 3 to 6 months. The other day I was speaking to an AI group, one of the largest on School, the guy that runs it, super cool dude. And this kid got on, and 20-some-year-old goes, I don't know how to code. I've never built a tech company, and we're doing $60K a month. And I started this 12 weeks ago, and I built it on myself. Like, wow. But he got it. He got where we're at. He understood the assignment. He's like, I heard all the, like, and then because he watched my stuff, right, where I break down, like, some of my videos is like, here are the 13 tools you have to automate your whole business. And that's why the 2-person team, right? And they've joked in the AI community, there's going to be billion-dollar companies with 1 employee. That will happen, right? Because the doing is going to be done. There's no more doing. I call it the director versus the doer. The director is the value. So the 2-person teams that we build is the business domain expert and the technical mind. And the technical isn't like it used to be. It's not like I need a programmer. I just need somebody that understands automation, AI, prompt engineering, and configuration and building agentic systems. I mean, most of the part, they are software programmers, but what's interesting is the software language is now English. It's not code. They're coding in English. They talk to the code in English. Like, the code's getting written, but they're talking to the AI in English. And then the business person is talking to the customer and figuring out where the problem is and figure out where they want to bring the innovation and having vision, right? And that's the stuff that's going to be really hard for AI to disrupt. The creative part, the visionary, the taste, and the emotional side of, like, working with people and customers and, like, the emotional intelligence and
the human touch.
Yeah, the human touch. And I just think that's why I've never seen a time, like, and anybody watching, if they're like, well, how would I do that, Dan? Go ask AI.
Yep, there we go. So I'm gonna answer a couple of these questions I see in the chat, right? That was Dan Martell. He's actually the author I talked about earlier on Buy Back Your Time, right? Really smart guy when it comes to business. And again, they're just talking about how AI is going to transform the world, and it is currently transforming the world. The This is N8N2. This is where I build pretty much all of the agents. And the cool thing is, like, someone asked how's a normal person does that. I'm very much a normal person. I took 1 year of C++ coding in college, didn't even pass that. So I don't have the technological background of building out systems and coding and everything. But just like Dan says, I do this with words. I know how to prompt the AI to do what I want it to do. That's all you really need to learn. You don't need to learn how to code. You don't need all the ones and twos. If you know how to utilize AI and prompt AI to do and ask it the right questions, you can pretty much do anything. So that was part of it here. Again, speaker is Dan Martell. Perfect. So I'm going to keep going. We're running out of time here, but I did want to just finish up the presentation here. So just like you talked about, right, there's going to be the AI agent, that's the doer. Virtual assistant is the director. That's the two, and then that's a 2-person team, you and the virtual assistant utilizing AI. So that's called the Centaur model, basically, where it means 1, the AI agent, plus 2, the virtual assistant. 1 plus 1 equals not 2 but 3, because it's more than the parts of the sum. You can do so much more with just 1 person. Just like Dan said, 2 people are going to be able to create $1 billion business. That's what the power of AI is going to do. So I am going to just give you a quick blueprint before we head out, right, of what to do, how to do it. People are asking, what do you need to do? Um, First thing you want to do is to make sure that you know what you need to automate. So if you have a business right now, or if you don't, you want to make sure you're as efficient as possible and figure out, okay, what can AI do for me? What can a virtual assistant do for me? And then you can basically get rid of those things. You can automate those things, or you can delegate those things, those low value tasks. So what I have here is a audit sheet that I'm going to send out to everybody here. Let me go ahead and actually make a copy and then try to share it in the chat for you guys. This is if you were working with me in order to see how you can get AI agents or get a virtual assistant. This is the first thing I would ask you to do in order to get, so we know what we need to automate, what we need to go ahead and delegate to you. So basically the way it works too, before I sent it out, you basically every 15 minutes for, I would say, 2 weeks, kind of just keep track of everything you do. I know it's a lot, but it is very impactful. So you will see, you write down what you do. You would give it a score of 1 to 4, 1 being the least value, 4 being the most value. So like for instance, watching TV, probably a 1, but then finishing and filing your taxes would be a 4, least value to most value. Depends on what you do, that dictates that. And then energy. You want to do green would mean something gives you energy. Red means something gives away, because everything either gives you energy or sucks energy from you. Green gives you energy. Red sucks energy. So green, the TV maybe gives you green, gives you a little bit of a boost, makes you feel good. But taxes, even though it's super important, it's probably red because it sucks your energy out. So you'll be able to go ahead and see what is the most beneficial way to structure your day. What do you need to go ahead and see what you dictate? Because those things that are less valuable and suck your energy, you probably want to delegate away, probably want to automate. Things that give you energy and are very valuable, you want to keep to yourself. So I will try to share this real quick in the chat. Share, share, share. Let's make a copy of it. I'll put it in the chat here. Oops. I got a copy, sorry. That was my prompts. Copy link. There we go. Bam. So that is the audit sheet. Should be good to use. Just make your own copy of it. See you guys in it. Is it allowing you to make it a copy before I get out of it? You able to make a copy of it? Yes, yes, perfect. Awesome. So utilize that. Is going to be very helpful. Next thing you want to do is make sure you document everything you do. SOPs are very important because you can go ahead and make sure that you have a system in place. So if you do hire a virtual assistant or a regular assistant in order to help you with your business, you want processes in place that they can go ahead, and that's your delegate corner, right? You delegate the things that you don't need, that you don't want to do, the lower value things. So you only focus on the most value things. And then lastly here, focus on prompting, right? Prompt engineering is the building block for anything AI. The more you know how to prompt, the more you can do. Because again, without knowing how to prompt these agents, they wouldn't be very useful and you wouldn't know how to fix them. But if you know how to prompt, you can code. If you know how to prompt, you can make these agents. If you know how AI thinks and how to talk to AI, which is what prompting is, you can virtually do anything AI can do, which is almost anything, right? So now, to finish up here, I did want to give you an offer, right? So there's two paths you could do. You can either learn by yourself, which will take a good amount of times. There's a lot of YouTube videos. It takes gonna take hundreds of hours to learn. That's kind of what I did though. And if you're interested in it, that's awesome. And I definitely highly suggest that you go ahead and take your time to learn about AI. But there's also another way you can, help out is or another thing you can do in order to get all this information is if you are wanting to go ahead and install the system, right? And have a system ready with the proven agents, with the virtual assistants, and how you can buy back 20, 30, 40 hours of your time without having to add head count, without having to cost a lot of money to you. There's some things that I can do in order to help. So we have this program, the AI Agents Super Virtual Assistant Accelerator, right? So with this program, brand new, we're really the first ones that are going to merge both of these together in such a way that makes it almost impossible not to succeed, right? We're going to pair AI agents with the super virtual system and able to give you that that system in place to help you grow your business. We're going to try to do it within 30 days, get you your virtual assistant, and then I'm going to work with you in order to help you figure out which AI agent. Maybe it's one of the ones we saw today. Maybe it's the marketing. Maybe it's the inbound person. But we're going to figure out what your business needs after you do this AI audit, right? In order to see what's going to benefit you the most. So this is for people that want to stop the bottleneck and figure out how to run their operation at a high level. So why our VAs are different? First of all, they all go through the foundational AI prompting. I created a course that helps them to learn how to AI prompt and become AI experts. They also have gone through AI tools. I think even people on this call right now that went ahead and helped me to teach these AI virtual assistants how to go ahead and um, utilize AI tools in order to be more efficient, in order to help out their clients, right? And this is all done with what we call Operas VA. It's behind me here. Operas Virtual Assistant. These virtual assistants are the best of the best because they utilize AI. And when we do work with us as well, what's pretty cool is that you can go ahead and we're not just giving you AI, a virtual assistant saying, all right, good job, nice try. But we want you to work with us for the long run, right? The virtual assistants are continually getting training by us. They're getting training and mentorship by other people who are experts in the AI field. They have access to me. They have access to my AI assistants that I use in order to make sure that when they're working for you as their clients, you guys are up to date. They're always AI is always evolving, right? And virtual assistants need to evolve with it. Businesses need to evolve. So that's what we do, right? So what you're gonna get, the perfect match placement. We source and test, handpick 2 out of 3 AI agents, and right now we have about 12 on board that are ready to go. You will be able to choose which one works for you based on your business. Get them up and running within 30 days. And then if it doesn't work out with one person, we get you another one. We want to make sure that everything works. We're going to go ahead and help you get the onboarding so that within 30 days, you see a huge benefit of having this person on your team, utilizing AI tools and delegating them the right way using our SOPs. And then you get a call with me, and you're going to be in constant contact with me, really, as we design 3 to 5 custom AI agents now, which is pretty amazing because one of these AI agents would typically cost like $2,000 to $3,000. But what we can do is we're going to really figure out which AI agents are going to work best for your business, whatever it is, and then make sure they're customized and create them for you. Doing this because this is a brand new kind of program, and this is really the founders part of it. So the first 12 are going to be those ones that are going to help us dictate how we're going to move forward and really be the trailblazers in this kind of business model. So if you're interested in doing that, you're going to go to operas.com, or excuse me, operasva.com, and then you'll be able to book a call. In the call, we'll go over which virtual assistant would work best for you and what AI agents that you're thinking of. After we get you onboarded, we'll be able to go ahead and get some AI, do an AI audit in order to figure out what works best for you. So again, go to operasva.com, so cut it off, or you can actually go ahead and reach out to me directly on like Facebook, Instagram. I'm Kevin R.I. Smith on Facebook. Instagram, I'm Kev the VA guy. So Kev underscore the VA guy. Excuse me, the AI guy, I should say. Kev underscore the AI guy on Instagram. Reach out to me. Or again, book a call. operasva.com. Tessa, she's actually the CEO here. She just dropped in the link. Thank you, Tessa. Go ahead, book a call with us, and we'd be more than happy to help out. So, I know we are up to the time limit of 3 o'clock. Any last questions or comments? There will be a replay on YouTube in 24 hours, so you get all that. So thank you so much, Adrian. Thank you so much to Learning Tube. This has been an honor talking about it. And if you guys want me back, I'm more than happy to go over N8N. I know a lot of people had questions about it. It's going to take an entire hour to even scratch the surface of it. So if you are interested, go ahead and let Adrian know. Say, hey, we want Kev the AI guy back on in order to go over N8N. I could go over how I really build some of these agents in more detail. All right. So if you guys have any other questions, again, reach out to me. book a call. Be more than happy to help out. Thank you, Alicia, as well, for letting me be on here. Have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. Bye.